Tuesday night. It's the one and only St. Ricketts with Fire Cannot Burn. We're searching, fellas. Gonna shut them down here. St. Ricketts, www.stricketts.com with Fire Cannot Burn. It is the theme song to another Tuesday night live episode of The You Show. You. I am Jeff the Shark Perini. Stoked. Trey Turner, ladies and gentlemen, is going deep again for Team USA Baseball. Jewel Tatey. Trey Turner, the newest Philly, is killing it at the World Baseball Classic. Another home run. Things are looking up for the Phils. Jeff the Shark Perini with you another Tuesday night with me, as always, the co-hostess with the mostest, the sister from another mister, my St. Patty's Day Goomba, and my Yo-Show fave, the one and only Miss Jewel Tatey. Jewel, good evening.
Good evening, Jeff. How are we doing tonight?
We're doing fantastic. I feel like I'm on cloud 9 today, and I don't know, just everything just feels good today. I feel like I'm in a little better place and just getting to where I got to be and taking things a little slower because, you know, kind of letting things get carried away, man, and just running it out. Austin in the house with his Up Our Night podcast coming back soon. We love our man Austin. Go Redskins!
No.
No, do not go Redskins. I love it.
What's this?
What's this? What is it?
Getting an alert.
Uh-oh.
Facebook?
Yeah.
We good? All right, we're good.
Yeah, we're good. I think we're good.
It says we're having trouble streaming to Facebook. So if you're having trouble on Facebook, go to YouTube.
Exactly. What the heck is wrong with Facebook anymore? Like,
I don't know.
Oh, here it is, too. Yeah. We're having trouble streaming to Facebook. This may be an issue on Facebook's end. It's possible the stream was ended or deleted.
Likely story. Great.
Yeah. It's amazing how computer stuff has been so very weird of late. But we're working through it, as we always do. So it's Tuesday night, Jewel. We have a sensational show for you. I use the term crush very loosely, but I have a crush on this young lady. I love her. I think she's fantastic. Terrific singer, songwriter. She's actually going to be in PA in April, and it's like 5 hours away. That's what's like to visit. Anyway, the amazing Kate Boytek is our very special guest tonight. Found this one booked up for a little while. I'm very excited for Kate. Got a brand new song coming out in April. She's got a brand new song out now that we're going to play shortly. And she's wonderful, and she's really doing the podcast circuit, the local TV circuit. She is out there, man. I'm happy for her. She deserves it.
I know. She's so busy. I'm just so happy that she's here with us tonight. And, man, her voice. I love her voice. I really just appreciate singers who can really belt, and she has the chops. The music is great. I love it. And, yeah, she just seems like such a sweet person as well. So yeah. I'm so excited to talk to her tonight. I'm echoing bad.
I haven't really noticed. Amazing. I didn't notice you back there. The thing that's very weird is the show is having problems through the Stupid Radio Network page, which you were able to share. I don't get it. I'm confused. Anyway, you know to go to YouTube. You know to go to Twitch. Other Facebook spots were out there. I agree, Austin. She does sing great. She's got a great voice. Very excited for her. That comes up around 8:30.
Austin knows.
Oh, Austin, you know, he said a long time ago that he loves our show and loves our guests. So always checks him out.
And we love his show.
I love his show. I do. I'm excited for it. I know he's got a little thing for that Lisa Orlando. Ooh, Austin.
Ooh,
I don't blame you, Austin. So do I. You know what else I have a thing for, Jewel? Top 5 list. And tonight, mine stinks, but I'm going to share it with you anyway. Yeah, it is top 5 Easter basket treats. I was
it's
so out of
early. It's so early for Easter. That's like 4 weeks away.
Well,
I love Easter. Easter is my second favorite holiday, so I'll take it. It's Halloween and then Easter.
I knew it. That's why I delivered it, although my list sucks. Number 5, chocolate bunnies. And number 4,
bunnies.
Toys. I like little toys, like fun little.
Oh my God.
Like little paddleboard stuff. You know, it's always fun.
Some treats.
Number 3, Reese's Anything. I know we had this big argument around, what was it, Christmas? And I said Christmas candy, and I said Reese's, and I was like, ugh!
Reese's trees, and then Reese's eggs for
Right.
Easter.
Reese's egg for Easter. Reese's
Yeah.
egg. Number 2, games. I don't know. But I used to get like a video game. Like I used to get like a home.
Oh,
Like,
I want
yeah,
a video game in my. What? Is that
Right?
like Peter Rabbit. I want a video game. I'll take the new Legend of Zelda out on May 12th. Well, that's too early
Right?
for Easter.
See?
So I'll take Hogwarts. That's a good one.
See? And number 1, boy, this is really a stretch here. There's to show you the creative mind that he has show. Jelly bean.
They got to be the right ones, though. You
This
like the
is-
Jelly Belly? Like the Starburst?
I like the Jelly Belly.
OG.
Yeah, OG. I'm feeling you. Jewel, did you even bother? Because this one sucks.
I mean, I did, if you want to hear it.
Of course I want to hear it.
Okay. Yeah, now that you're saying it, I'll get like a book sometimes. That was fun.
Yeah.
Like a comic book, some fun book. But
Funny
yeah,
book.
number 5, I went with excuse me, but I like all disgusting candy, so just bear with me this whole time. But any sugar-free chocolate. Russell Stover's have those good chocolates, like caramel chocolates that I enjoy. Any sugar-free because I can eat it. I'm not, chowing down on chocolate. So sugar-free chocolate, way to go. And, oh man, now I'm really echoing. Or is that you?
That was me. That was.
Okay. Oh, I'm getting asked to send the link for the show. So we're not aired on Facebook.
We're not? But that happened to Facebook.
I don't think so. Go to YouTube, everyone.
Yeah, go to YouTube. You can find it on my page, and I will reshare the link to YouTube on Jewel's page.
Number 4.
All right?
You know the grass you can eat? It's like the struck grass.
Really?
It's like licorice grass.
Okay, I kind of get you there. I get you.
Yeah. Number 3.
Number 4 is grace. That's gonna be on a lot of people's list. If you get my drift.
Number 3 is the Starburst jelly beans.
All
They're
right.
the
see,
best.
you specified. I'm down with that.
The red ones are the best. They're the cherry flavored. Number 2. I love the peeps. I have to eat a peep first thing Easter morning. It's tradition. And number 1, just because I ask for it and I never get it, but I am a white chocolate bunny person. I like white chocolate bunny.
Really? White chocolate plaza.
Yeah.
Definitely a list I did not expect.
Well, I'm the youngest of 5, and me and my one sister always went with the white chocolate bunnies.
Jewel Tady's one of them people you can't post anything to her wall, so. We're on
Posting
YouTube.
myself.
Go to YouTube, search the O Show for the love of friggin' God. Can't post nothing. But you know what, Jewel? I realized something. I went to look you up, and it says Jewel Tady, co-host radio, the Stoop Radio Network, 1,700 followers. Look at you, girl. Yow!
It's not a lot.
1,700 followers.
Oh my god, that's really nothing to write home about.
It's awesome. I freaking love it.
Thank you. I appreciate all 1,700 of you.
Exactly. I appreciate all. Well, between the Stoop Radio Network and my friends and Jewel, and there's like 20 or 30,000 that actually follow. Sounds strange, but if you do all the math, there is. And there's a lot of views. And you know what? I don't give a shit if I don't get a penny out of you. I love you.
I know. It's so weird how like numbers run our lives anymore.
I know.
I
And
don't
I
really pay attention. I just like doing what we do here and bringing you great guests, and people watch and enjoy all the better. But like, if one person watched, I would still do the show. I don't care. If no one watched, I would still do the show.
I agree. And, to be honest, without getting too much into detail, chasing the almighty dollar started to make me derail from what it's all about. So, we're back. And
Yeah, for the love of it.
you're going to see tonight with Kate Boytek. She is something. I am so excited.
Send the link. I'm getting like demands now. Like, send the show link. It's coming. It's coming.
It's not coming, so I can't get it on your page.
Oh, I'll post it on my page too. Okay.
There you go. I can't post it on your page.
I'm sorry, but you have to have some boundaries or,
I don't like you anymore. There's an old video of, oh my god, you got this video on your page. It's a Brandon Messon video. Look at us whenever.
Oh, yeah. Oh, back when. I think
I
that
know.
was 3 years ago.
I know, it's been absolutely crazy. It really has been.
And I don't think I've lived longer on my own as an adult than I have at this place. And I moved in March 15th, 2020. So I'm pretty proud of that. And like doing it by myself on my own for
I'm
3
proud
years.
of you as well. You know, I'm very disappointed in myself. I did not post the picture of the beer thing from the other day.
The beer. Let's talk St. Patty's. Holy
Let's talk
crap.
St.
Starting with
Patty's.
that beautiful beer.
Yeah, let's go back to this. This is my good friend Eve, who does promotions. She was promoting this night for Guinness. And Guinness has this awesome machine where they do an imprint right on top of the beer in the foam. So Eve, being more creative than me, says, dude, give me a picture of your show logo. Let's put it on a beer. And I'm telling you, I almost didn't want to drink it. It was so pretty.
I wouldn't want to drink it either, but I'll have 5 of them, please.
I'd definitely drink it. So St. Patty's Day, myself and Jewel. And honestly, the glue that brought us together, Chrissy Leaf, who brought us to this point, who she made sure she reminded me a few times, like, it wasn't for me. Yeah, we know. We absolutely know, and I'm so happy for it to this day. But we went to McGurk's in Fort Washington.
Muggurks, not muggurks. Like
Right,
I was saying.
McGurk's, excuse me. I, no offense to my wife, I met my new girlfriend. J.D. Wolfen
That was almost kidnapped.
Dude, this woman was talking my ear off, and I felt bad because I walk in, I'm like, hey, can I get a little corner bar spot to go get a couple beers? She's like, I'm a regular here. Oh, bartender. And they came running over. I'm like, all right, cool. But I picked up Jewel and Chrissy at Jewel's house, which is far from McGurk. So that, I mean, it was good that I did that for you because, it was a far ride for you guys to do it.
I will walk if there are sidewalks.
No, you don't live nowhere near McGurk's. Nowhere close. So, and we all went up there. We had a great time. We had some drinks and some laughs and some French fries. Then later on, we drove all the way back to Jewel's house. We played some darts. Some family was there, and we played darts. I suck at darts.
Jeff is amazing at darts, and so am I.
I am the worst
so amazing.
dart player. I might be better at
We should be on the
karaoke than at
league.
darts. We should be.
We should be on a karaoke. We should host karaoke and be on a dart league of some sort.
The one guy
Who's
that was
best?
the one guy that was there is like, dude, Jewel left. I guess you have to shoot. And I'm like, really?
It's all you.
Can't
You're
be
my
first
felon.
Can't beat first impressions like missing the dartboard and going like into the wall. And then pretty much heard a mumble of, oh my god.
Even Joey hits the board. What are you doing?
Dude, I'm so bad, and I was 50-50 sober. I ate 1,000 meatballs. Thank you, Chrissy. Like 1,000 of them. I was eating the hell out of meatballs.
Irish potato. Yo, she hooked it up with the Irish potatoes and the scone, the Irish soda bread. It was awesome.
And I'm not an Irish potato guy, but I enjoyed them. I must have eaten probably about like 20 of them.
They were some good ones. Sometimes you get them and they don't hit right, but those were perfection.
They were spot on, and we absolutely loved it. Cass like, I missed it all. I'm like,
I know. I wanted her to come out so bad. You gotta
rush your
hang
husband
out
shooting
soon.
darts. Oh, absolutely. I'm definitely down for that. I noticed I didn't even rehash the top 5. That's how bad it was.
Oh yeah, that's okay.
It's like 6 months before Easter. I was going to do top 5 Christmas things. I'm like,
Top 5 Christmas carols.
top 5 things you want to do in the year 2036. I can't stand. I hate myself tonight. All right, so let me redeem myself with an awesome song. How about it, Joel?
I'm so ready.
Tonight's very special guest, Miss Kate Boytek. Hell or High Water is the song, and it rocks, Joel. It kicks ass.
Oh, I know it does.
And I feel bad. She got a new one coming out. Sent me the clip to Instagram, and I had nowhere to share it. So maybe I'll stick it up to the screen later, just so you get a little piece.
Yeah.
Because it's coming out in April.
Preview.
Now it's going to stink because it's going to sound like crap, but nothing this woman does sounds like crap. She's lovely. Look at her. I love her. I love that hat. Amazing.
Her style is, I love it.
Right? Is she spot on, dude? Like, I
No.
love that outfit. And a couple of people like came right out as soon as I posted her picture, like, gorgeous. She
I
is
just want to go to Nashville and dress like Kate Boytek.
right. You should be Kate Boytek for Halloween,
I
and
will.
I'll be Drew Smith. Like, or no, not Drew Smith. Who was the other guy? Yeah, I forgot his name. Tell you, I suck at this. You know, I'm going to be this year for Halloween. Troy David Hendrickson.
Which version?
I know, right? I don't
Too
know.
many.
Oh, Dane Lewis. I'll be Dane Lewis.
Dane Lewis.
Kate Boytek. Love me some Dane Lewis. All right, let's get to the song. I talk so much, then the guest comes backstage, and I'm playing their music, and they hate me. And anyway, so this is Hell or High Water, another recent release by Kate Boytek. It is an awesome song. I'm going to play it for you right now. It is about 3 minutes and 16 seconds. So enjoy. We'll be right back here on The You Show.
As the sun goes black, the sky will be torn. Hell hath no fury like a woman's scorn. Mama always said, never let another woman take what is yours. Come high water. Rain's gonna fall and the flames gonna burn on the sea. Run for the hills and save your sons and daughters. 'Cause the devil of the flood's gonna bring him back to me. For better or for worse, too bad those words ain't true. And the Holy Ghost heard him say, I do. Everything I am, I gave it to that man. Now I've got nothing left to lose. Come hell, high water. The rain's gonna fall and the flames gonna burn on the sea. Run for the hills and save your sons and daughters. 'Cause the devil of the flood's gonna bring him back to me. Earthquakes shake the ground as the burning sun comes raining down. Locusts go flying low and 7 trumpets gonna blow. Blood moon's gonna rise, stars will fall as the eagle cries. Brimstone will lake of fire, horsemen are gonna ride. Come high water. The rain's gonna fall and the flames gonna burn on the sea. Run for the hills and save your sons and daughters. 'Cause the devil of the flood's gonna bring him back to me. 'Cause the devil of the flood's gonna bring him back to me. Yeah. 'Cause the devil of the flood's gonna bring him back to me. 'Cause the devil of the flood's gonna bring him back to me.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Nice, powerful beginning, a great ending, and an awesome song. Hell or High Water by tonight's guest, Kate Boytek. Jewel, I say it, and I mean it with the most sincerity. You go on Facebook, they start to recommend artists, because we do the show. I agree, J.D. Wolf, awesome, great song. We do the show, and they recommend start to recommend artists, and I seen Kate with this nice pretty smile, and like I said, the big cowboy hat. I'm like, she probably sings like these cute little love ballads. And I turn the song on, I'm like, it's like ripping. And her voice is so powerful. It's absolutely awesome. And she's a great artist with a lot of great stuff to share. And I'm very excited. We're going to have her on in a couple minutes. I know she's backstage getting ready. So a couple minutes, Kate. I always wonder what it's like to come on a show and have them playing your music while you're sitting backstage. And I try not to look at the backstage window, you know. But I got to tell you, Joe, I say it a lot. And I continue to swear by it. Facebook not only puts us in the right direction of great artists, but they also seem to put us in the right direction of great people. So it's like there's millions of bands doing their thing. We seem to find the ones that are not just great musicians, but great people. And reading through Kate's stuff, as you'll find out shortly, a lot of great stuff. And it's awesome. And we're proud of it. We're proud to do this. And they said we're 235 episodes strong. Undefeated. 235-0 with great people. Never a bad show.
Right. And you can do your vetting, and you should research the artist that you'll have on if you have a show of your own. But man, have we lucked out with just great people, because it could go the complete opposite way. Like, oh no. And then you're stuck in this thing. But we literally, like, we follow everyone to this day. We've been doing it for, over 5 years. And man, it's just great to meet these great artists and follow their journey and see where they're at today. And yeah, we haven't struck out. We have great PR people that we work with, and just finding people through our own, and we become their fans. And then we just love that we get the chance to talk to them for a little bit and promote everything they have going on.
I agree, and I will apologize in advance to Kate's got like a PR team. I just totally bypassed, went right to her email. I'm like,
Right.
Hey, am I coming on? She's like, yeah, sure. I'm like, and then I looked like the last couple of days, like, oh my God, there's all these people. Contact. I'm like, whoops. I usually try not to do it, but sometimes getting the artists
Sometimes Jeff
themselves
slides in the DMs.
It was an email, smart Alec.
Hey, DMs work too. I mean, sometimes. You shouldn't do that.
What?
It's not professional. Sometimes.
To do what?
I don't know. Go in their DM. Like, if there's an email,
Oh.
I would suggest going to their email first, just because it's, you never
But
know.
I
They
would
might not see the message. They might see just a random name and be like, oh, this is...
Right. And I agree. But I will turn the table to all our lovely female guests to come on. You can always slide into my DMs.
Oh, my.
Is my wife watching? I hope not. What is wrong with me? I don't
You
even
might end up with Jeff in your DMs. Oh, my. We're having some fun now.
We really are. And then the best part, she hasn't even come on yet. She just pretty much fell out of her chair. So I guess we're amusing her. JD, well, if you could face palm. Dude, I'll face palm myself. I'm going to talk to Kate like this the entire time. I am lousy. I really am. Anyway, let's stop.
Right, go through the right channels and let's move on.
Remember, kids out there in podcast land, always reach out to public relations. Do not slide in DMs. If they slide into your DMs, I'm stopping right now. Anyway, what a mess. But you know what, though? No, seriously, and getting back real quick to doing what we do, and a lot of people ask, like, hey, how do you do what you're doing? How do you get these great guests, and how do you accomplish it, et cetera, et cetera? I am stopping, going on to something else. Trust me.
Crying.
There are some simple things. Like, I don't really want to know who you pray to, who you vote for, what you did. Like, that's not what we're here for. We're here for talent. And we're here to learn the beginnings of the talent and what brought it. And that's why we have success. We want to hear from artists. I can see that other stuff on TV. I don't need to come here and do it. We come here to get away from that. Correct?
Oh, yeah. This is my favorite part of the week.
I'm drinking Nestle Quick Strawberry tonight. No beer.
Oh.
I know there's no beer either. You'd be surprised with my mouth. You'd think he's got to be drunk. He's really not. Not at all. Anyway, let's get to it because I'm very excited for this. Our guest tonight is a tremendous singer and songwriter from one of Jules' favorite places, West Virginia. Let's bring her out right now, the lovely and talented super singer, Miss Kate Boytek. I am so excited. Kate, good evening.
Hello. Hi, everybody. So nice to be here.
Oh, your accent is lovely. I adore it. It's terrific.
I may need subtitles. I should have warned you. But hey, where you skipped the PR team, they couldn't.
You know, and it's funny because again, like through the magic of social media, you find these artists and they come up, and sometimes if you scroll, they're gone. Like I don't know how Facebook even makes that happen. So as soon as I see them, like all right, and so I click, and then I'm like, all right, and I start reading it a little bit and maybe getting a piece of music, and I'm like, all right, perfect, and then I go right to, I'm not telling anybody my secrets, but go to find the ways, to contact, and I'm like, all right, personal email or not but like a business email, but still an email of
right.
yours. And I went right to you and you're like, I'd love to. And we set a date. And then, like I said, it was only a couple days ago. I'm like, oh my, there's like this whole team of people I was supposed to go through and missed them. But
No worries. It worked out the way it needed to.
Yes.
you
And you're here.
you are, man, you're something else. Like we usually do like a half hour's worth. I'm done already. It's a minute. It's all I need. I'm like gushing. You're fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
But I do appreciate, and the other thing is a lot of social media outlets make it easy, like send you the link through email, finding you today on Instagram, say, hey, making sure you got it, and we arrange the times and kind of talk through how everything was gonna go, which we like because we want everybody to feel comfortable. We don't call it an interview; it's like a chat. We're just hanging out, chatting in a room, all sitting down. You know what I mean? Just getting to learn you. What is wrong with you tonight, Giggles?
Nothing. You're talking too much.
Oh, you're right. Go ahead.
Listen, usually it's me. Usually I'm like, good Lord, I've got talked their ear off. My mom, she works in a beauty shop, and I like to say that I just kind of, it's like a learned trade after, spending 20 years growing up in the beauty shop. And I just, before I know it, I went on 5 minutes and the topic isn't the topic I started with. And then I'm like, how can I loop this to make this work back like to where I started?
So it's kind of like it's like you've seen this show before then.
We go off track all the time.
A little bit, but
Makes sense.
all in the
No
best of
worries.
fun. So let's get into some of the chat part because I was blown away by what I seen. I start looking and I noticed you are filling out the circuit. Tons of podcasts, TV appearances, live singing. It's all been amazing. First of all, congratulations on all your recent success. How are you finding all the time in a day? You seem so busy. And here you are answering your own email, too. PR people.
You're actually, I think you might be the first that's actually happened, like that it came to me and I was like, oh, okay. You know what?
We'll be shut down after this.
Yeah.
I immediately responded to you, and didn't talk to anybody. And then later was like, oh yeah, guess what? I booked her.
Oh, wow.
They love that.
Oh.
No, my team, I always say this, and I know, a lot of people feel this way about their team, and it's very fortunate because you hear so many horror stories. I
Sure.
really, truly have one of those teams that's just a blessing all the way around. I mean, from my managers to my digital aspect of things, all the way around, they're good humans. They're good at their job, so I didn't go wrong anywhere in somehow attracting these amazing people into my life. So
Except the fact they missed an email from some crazy guy on the
right,
But
that
other
one
than that,
time,
Other
one
than-
time, I'm gonna let it slide.
But that's so important to have a great team because, I mean, we've heard horror stories here, just how, especially the music artists, they get roped in and they think it's like, this great thing, and then it turns out not to be. But you also work with your family, which is really nice. Can you talk a little bit about that and your mom?
Absolutely. I am a mom, and so juggling this career and being a mom full time, that has been the biggest learning curve of my entire life. So when I sang some in my 20s. I'm 32 now. I took off for 7 years to raise my oldest daughter. I have 2 daughters now. But when I decided after my divorce 3 years ago that I really wanted to get back into this and I wanted to pursue it full time as a career and not just like the hobby that it was there for that time off, I sat down with my mom and like I said, she does hair, and I said I want to do this and I'm not willing to sacrifice being a mom do you think this is something that feels in alignment with you, that you would want to help me with the girls and, kind of go at this together? And she's a songwriter and she sings. That's how I originally got into it when I was young. She was like, heck yeah, let's do it. So we are doing it. And it's working.
It certainly is. Yeah, it's working great because you just got so much coming out. New songs we played, Hell or High Water, which we'll talk about first, and we'll get to your other stuff coming out. So Hell or High Water was the one we played. It rocks. It absolutely does. And I know you were backstage listening to me saying, it's got a cute little smile, and all of a sudden, like it's rocking. And I'm like,
In the studio, my producer's amazing. And when I went in and we wrote that song, the whole time the instruments and stuff were being laid, we were both like, yeah.
Yeah, now we're
That
talking.
image will forever be in my mind. And every time I hear it, all I see is Britton going, just freaking rocks, like looking over at me.
And that's definitely the way when I first heard it, I'm like, yeah, because I like all kind of music. We have all kind of guests on from all different genres, but deep down, I'm kind of a metal guy, hard rock guy. But lately, some of the artists we've had on that are country or kind of a southern kind of style have been rocking as well, mixing like a nice big rock beat into the music, and I think it's great. And I think it's a little bit of I won't say a crossover, but it's very cool. And tell us a little something about what the song's about. Because first of all, I mean, you can't write a song called Hell or High Water and have it be like, Hell or High Water. Like, you gotta pound it. So tell us a little something about the song and creating it.
So I think going in, I'm always wanting to be really true in my songwriting. So because of that, that hold that I have on being so authentic with my lyrics, a lot of times I do lean toward my songwriting style is a little slower. So Britton was like, I said, I want something that has the same feeling as Shania Twain's Let's Go Girls when you want to kick the door down. When that line comes on, you want to kick the door down. Help me do this. And he was like, well, how do you feel like about this style of music? And I said, I feel like Bon Jovi, like I want fire, and I want, after the lyrics, if I want to go, that is acceptable. So out of that, and then just some of the sayings that are very Southern, like come hell or high water. How many times have your grandparents said that? You know what I mean? If you're from the South, that's just a term that's threw around. So we built that around that and the concept of some of these, like, I'm not necessarily of the mindset of like, you aren't taking my man, but it's very prominent and was very prominent in this area for a long time. So it felt true, my roots being here, that we could bring that in and it still be authentic and go along with my writing style. So that's how that all originated. And then from there, I just said, I want this to freaking rock. And Britton was like, well, let's freaking rock it. Are you sure? And I said, yeah. I said, grunge it up. And we had some ideas with the guitar, and it just kind of flew from there into all of its, what it is today.
It's perfect. And it was a perfect song to kind of get introduced to with you. And see, it's funny, like down south, it's, hell or high water. Up here, up north, it's go to hell. So, yeah, we all have
I mixed them both somehow.
But did you ever have the opportunity to play that one live?
Oh, yeah. We play it live at every show.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That has to be like
I'll tell
rush.
you, that song vocally, it's kind of up there a bit. So I'm definitely like very strategic of where that's placed in the set and all that stuff. And I can't help but get into it. And, I do a lot of hair stuff on stage and just really leave it all. I leave disgustingly drenched. Like, it's not pretty or flattering. It's like, yes.
That's all right. And, you got to worry about the people seeing you backstage. I'm sure nobody gets disappointed. You mentioned something, and I throw it in because I always look to the emotional side of singers and songwriters. You mentioned your divorce, being a parent, trying to get through the music business. Does any of that get into your music? Do you use true life stuff? Do you use kind of like, we even say maybe like a revenge twist in some of your songs? Like,
well, I don't really lean toward the revenge side of things. there was a lot of hurt in my particular situation. You know, and I don't ever want to bash. I mean, we share two children together, and I want him to have all the happiness in the world. So I'm real careful when I'm writing about those topics to
Okay.
how they're worded. You know, not just from the aspect of I don't want to paint a bad picture to him and what he has now with his own life, but I also have to be careful because whatever I put out my daughters are, you know, it's a direct reflection toward them. So
Wow.
I'm truthful, but it's also very strategically, you know, worded and things like that, so that it's still very raw and authentic, but honors those things. But
Taylor Swift, are you paying attention?
And don't name names, but
No, don't name names. Good evening, Allie, Miss Violet Vixen. Thank you for popping in and enjoying Kate. So there's a new song coming out, another one you're very proud of called Anywhere. I know you sent me the clip. I had no way to transfer it from Instagram to here, unfortunately. Instagram,
oh, I'm sorry. I'll have to send
No,
it later
it's
and
fine.
you can patch it somewhere.
as popular as Instagram is, it's not great relocating their stuff. Anyway, great song called Anywhere. It's due out April. Now, you mentioned how important it is, and this is where I'm going with the question. Not only is it a great song coming out, but you mentioned how important it is to pre-order it. What makes it
Yes.
so important to have it pre-ordered as compared to waiting and just getting it direct?
So I'm not gonna lie and pretend like I know the answer for sure.
Okay, thank you.
Here's what I know. I know that my digital guy that's brilliant in that says it's important, and I trust him.
Pre-order it now. All the links are down the bottom. No
It
excuses.
does matter, and I want to think. I want to say, and I think that I'm correct in saying this, and forgive me if I'm wrong to all the tech savvy people out there. My band teases me
Not
and
here.
calls me Mamaw. Anytime I pull my phone out, my guitar player Joel, he'll say, "Uh oh, Mamaw's got her phone out." I'm like, so
Mammal.
that's how much I'm, you know, up to date on all this stuff. But I peaked at MySpace and ICQ levels. That was my peak. But
I think we did too. It's all good.
Yeah, I think we
I think it has something to do with the
get on
algorithm
playlist.
and
Okay,
like
that
getting
makes
like getting it circulated and getting people to pick it up and things like that. So the more pre-saves, the better. You know, we're doing pretty good on those right now. I'm actually running a promotional campaign. If you pre-save or add the song and you screenshot where you did that and share it and tag me on social media, then you go into a drawing for free merch. So
Wow, I need
yeah.
merch.
I just wanted to not just say, "Hey, pre-save my stuff." I wanted to let people know that, like,
When
I really appreciate it.
now I got a pre-order, and I just want a little video clip of you saying the Yo Show rocks. That's all I need.
The
Yeah,
what
right.
state one the Yo Show rocks.
The Yo Show rocks. That's all I
The
need.
Yo Show rocks.
Come hell
Now
or
I
high
gotta
water.
come hell.
Come hell or high water.
That's awesome.
love
And
it.
yeah, I was looking at my Spotify because I'm so behind on the times too. And I used to have a Napster, but here I just found Spotify. I did it for the new year. This is my music pledge. So yes, I start following you. And once you follow you on Spotify, Kate Boytek, you will get updates and like notifications. And that's so great as well. So everyone needs to do that and keep up with the times.
I've had Spotify for a while now. I do love that platform. It's my go-to, and it's primarily just because I've spent 10 years building playlists that I don't want to let go of.
Yeah, I can believe that. You started singing at 5 years old, though. You were
Yes.
getting into competitions all at 5, and just I guess if you can, kind of give us the period of graduating. Like I'm sure things have changed, times have changed, etc.
Oh, yeah.
What was it like when you were little as compared to what it is now? From what you can remember, I'm sure it's hard to remember it all, but
Well, no, I mean, I do remember not so much from like early childhood. You know, my mom entered me in my very first singing competition at 5 years old. I do
very
remember-
cute too, by the way. The little
Thank
outfit, no,
you.
adorable. It
Thank
was.
you. If I could still pull that off, I'd still wear that today. I'll tell you the biggest thing that's changed from then is that my mom is no longer in the audience doing choreographed moves for me to follow while I'm on stage. That's the biggest thing from 5. And then I just sang around the house and things like that, my grandfather had a garage. We lived right beside my grandparents. My mom's a single mom. So in the evenings, we were always with mom in the garage while she was singing karaoke. And I mean, like cassette tape karaoke, like, when Reba McEntire sings 6 songs, take it out and flip it over, like the other 6. Like, so I sat on the lawnmower. This is no joke. I would sit on the lawnmower and I would watch my mom sing karaoke in my grandpa's garage.
Oh wow, that is amazing.
And that was for years and years. And when I was between the ages of like 12 and 15, my mom did these local charity events and she started bringing me along. And then I started entering all these, or not entering, but performing, in these with these charity events. And I loved it. And sometimes I get like a little bit of anxiety and nervousness off camera. Or even off stage, but it goes away on stage. I know it's opposite
Wow.
for a lot of people, but I experience a lot of peace there. And I guess that's where I realized, okay, this is more than just something fun I like to do, on the side. Like, and in my early 20s, well, first, when I was 19, I got pregnant and had a baby. And in my early 20s, my mom was like, let's still try this, even though, you're a new mom, and let's still try to give this a go. And I did, and it was very difficult because she was an infant. So after about 3 years of really trying hard, I decided, well, this isn't going to work right now. I'm going to have to try it a different time. And I directed a church choir in between all that time. I sang at different things acoustically, wherever I could. I did a couple YouTube videos, like, I've sang at some weddings, I've sang at some funerals, I've sang, on different things all across the board that you could possibly think of. And then here now, I decided, man, I'm putting the freaking pedal to the metal, and there will absolutely be nothing that stops me but me, because I am definitely from that mindset. My mom has instilled in me, like, nobody can stop you but you, and I truly do embody that, and it's went into everything that I currently am doing.
It's amazing. You were
You
so
just gave me chills.
I know. And she's so excited about singing. You were apologizing for not having your guitar to sing tonight. We don't ask that. We just talk.
I know. I'm so sorry. Normally I like
not
to
at
have
all.
him available, but right now they had some other obligations that they had already, and I don't make my guys sign exclusive things unless we're on tour, because I would never want to limit them in opportunity, because this is their dream too, and they're in their own way. So they had some stuff going on tonight, and I was like, it's okay, it's fine. If worst comes to worst, we'll film something and send them to it later. Get
I
them
like
something
it.
exclusive.
Do you have their email addresses? I'll email them directly.
I do. I'll send it to you after.
Excellent. In my DMs.
Yes, I'll slide into your DMs.
DMs, right? No, I just wanted to go back to that, because that was so powerful. Literally did give me chills, because as a single mom, I know I couldn't work full time, 2 jobs most of the time, without the help of my mom and my parents and just being there for me. And I wanted to talk to you about where you grew up, because my family had a farm in West Virginia for a long time. My brother still lives there. He works at the Greenbrier. So just want to talk to you about.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been there. I want to get there so badly. I'm hoping to go this summer, but yeah, it's such a special place for my family, and the locale was very similar to yours. So I just wanted to know about growing up and the music scene around there. I know you said about your charity and festivals around the area.
Oh, absolutely. Well, first off, that's really freaking cool. I mean, like, what a small world.
Right.
I love the Greenbrier. I've only been to the Greenbrier one time. It was last year, and it just absolutely amazed me. I'm real into history, so I lean toward anything that has to do with that. And that
Is it
place
haunted?
amazing.
Do you think it's haunted?
I don't know, but I did take my phone and had that scanner, and you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm a different type of human with stuff like that. Like,
Right. Yeah, he can't even have his phone. He'll get in trouble if he has his phone, because there's a lot.
right. I would say, I mean, like, that stuff is so. There's a place in Parkersburg. It's a hotel, and I think it's definitely, probably haunted.
Oof.
I'm gonna have to do some research. If my singing career, something happens, like, and I decide to go a different route, I'm gonna be on a Ghost Hunter channel.
You should
Right.
be
with
the
my
singing.
mom.
You should be the singing ghost hunter. That would
There
be
you go.
awesome.
Well, how much I'll
Ooh,
stand out? I don't know
ideas.
that there's ever been. I'll sing to ghosts.
There you go.
I would love that.
But no, I mean, growing up here, there I am very blessed that there's been so many different styles of music around me as I've grown up. Got to experience everything from your traditional gospel to your contemporary gospel to bluegrass to blues. Where country is everywhere in this area. And then you go up a little bit northern and into Morgantown and things like that, and you start getting into some of your rock and some of your heavy metal and things like that. So, and with my mom's background in music, I was I was allowed access to all the 70s and 80s music and things like that. So heavily influenced. I'm personally heavily influenced by that. Um, I think West Virginia, outside of Nashville, is probably one of the best areas to grow up in for that type of, if you want to be in music, just because it really, like, man, it creates this really solid foundation. It can, if you allow it to. And there's so many amazing artists from this area that people have never even heard of. I mean, I can name you 10 churches right now, and you could go down and hear the best gospel singers that you've ever
Right.
heard in your life. You know, so
I would
it's
love to
just,
take that tour. Just
I
hear
know,
people
right?
sing all day.
it's amazing. And, and in high school, we had choir and everything. And I remember it being like, holy crap, like, are these people really in my freaking high school? Like, sound like they're on Broadway. And I don't exaggerate. I mean, it really, truly is that good. So I feel very blessed in that way to have been able to grow up around such, talented people and musicians. Oh my gosh.
That's
Musicians.
amazing.
Yeah, there's so many musicians in this area too that would just freaking knock your socks off. I walked into a bar a couple months ago in Charleston just to grab a drink after a rehearsal, and there was a guy in there by himself on stage, and he had a system set up to where he was like overlapping different sounds. If you didn't know when you were standing outside, you'd have thought that was a 5-piece band on stage, and he was
Wow.
killing it. I stayed like a weirdo after, and was like, I know you don't know me, but like I just had to tell you were freaking awesome.
Oh, we do that all the time to people.
I know.
we like hunt people down, like, oh, become immediate fans.
Oh yeah, me too. I'm fangirl. I'm fangirl for sure. There's
Oh,
probably so many people watching this that have like, she's done that to me. She's super weird.
we definitely fan geek. It's something that like, and I become like immediate fans. And that's why this is cool, and it's a step up from podcasting because when Joel and I first started, there was no video; it was just audio, and you don't get the feel, and you don't get to really embrace who's in front of you and what they're saying. Now, like this is amazing to see the genuine feel and the smile, and like I said, when you're backstage laughing at us being ridiculous, that kind of stuff is great. I absolutely love that. You talk about being into many different types of music, and I know this picture's not great, but I got to put this up because this is something that you got coming up. Wow, it's really small, but it's the you've got a concert where you're going to be performing with Better Than Ezra, Jody Messina. There's more names on here.
Florida and Chloe.
Florida.
Low rider.
Florida's going to be there. Cool in the gang. And this is the Charleston Steel
Regatta.
Wheel Regatta. Wow.
Yep.
Sorry, it's so small. And I even have it here, even smaller. But that's got to be awesome. Jody Messina, I know people laugh because I'm not really a country fan. I saw her live, and I love her. I think she's super cool as well.
Yeah.
Reminds me of you a bit, kind of that, this cool, like, rocking style of country artist. And tell us about that, because that's huge. These are some great names.
Oh, listen, I mean, like, I just, for lack of a better word, about crapped when I got that phone call.
I
Like,
can imagine.
I mean, like, there's just no other way to freaking put it. I just was like, is this real? Like, I was like, where's Ashton? Am I being punked?
Right?
you know. So I actually, it all kind of came in through. I was named this year, and I'm super, super proud of this because, again, being from West Virginia, I'm very proud to be from here.
Yes.
I think that I think sometimes, not all the time, but there's a common misconception that goes around about West Virginia and people from here. And and I get to travel a lot with my career, and there's truly some of the nicest people that you'll ever meet in this state. I mean, genuinely, like they care about your well-being and they would help you if they could, like those type of people. And I was approached by the Charleston Convention and Visitors Bureau to become an ambassador
That's amazing. I
for
saw
the
that.
capital of our state. And to me, like that and standing on the Opry stage, those are like the same feeling. Like, you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
was just so honored to be asked that. And then shortly after, the stern wheel regatta opportunity was presented to me as well. And it was just I've kind of been in a whirlwind. I'm not gonna like try to sugarcoat it. I've just been like, I feel like I hopped on this rocket and like was like, okay, I'm gonna put all my focus and energy here, and then it took off, and now I'm like, holy crap!
It's such a run. I said these great songs coming out, this great concert you're going to be a part of, the ambassadorship, and then you get a personal email from Jeff from the Yo Show to come on. Like not just anybody.
I know. It just everything. But I mean, to share the
Awesome.
stage, so they've got those artists lined up different nights, of course. But I get to
Amazing.
attend all the performances, and I'm just equally excited to see all of them. I mean, where else are you going to get to see Better Than Ezra, Jody Messina, Flo Rida,
Right?
and Cool in the Gang in one night? You know, so, and I have several opportunities coming up this year to open for some incredible artists. It was announced yesterday that I'm opening for Chris Cagle. So I'm super thrilled for
Yeah.
that. And I'm a very big '90s country fan. I mean, that was the heart of the karaoke machine in our garage. Like, you know, so to see all this coming, my way is just, it's a dream come true. It really is. And I have some other announcements I'll be making later on in the year that I can't make right now.
Oh,
I'm sorry. But how about when I can make a couple of them, I come back on and I announce
oh.
them.
Usually we do the asking at the end. You ask, and
Yes.
you're welcome.
I
Absolutely.
felt like maybe I had a leg up since, you contacted my email.
We're past all that PR. Well, you might have to reach my PR people, which consists of me.
I'm calling
Hard to
Jewel.
reach.
I'm bypassing. I'm calling Jewel.
There you go. Well, that's where the magic
That's the way
happens.
to do it. But no, I just wanted to speak on that too because when they had the farm in West Virginia, speaking about the people, their farm, their house burned down, and at that time, the entire community and like communities beyond them came together and helped my family. This is like way before I was born, but like I've never heard. And to this day, like they just talk about the people there and their neighbors, and even though they weren't close neighbors, they were like miles and miles away, but they heard that and they just like came together, and they just said they're the best people ever in West Virginia. Like West Virginians are the best people. So I wanted to speak to that, and then I wanted to get to Whiskey Runs Dry because that is such a beautiful song, and you really can hear all of your vocal talents through that song, and it has a special place for you and your family. So I just wanted to know if you could talk
A little
about
more about it.
Yes.
I'm super proud of that song, and I'm really glad that you brought it up. My mom, she wrote that song. So my grandparents had 4 children, and 3 of the 4 passed away from a very rare form of
wow.
muscular dystrophy. So my mom is actually the only child left. My aunt Diana passed away when I was very young, and my uncle and my uncle Raji and my aunt Lisa passed away 3 months apart my senior year of high school. So obviously that affected our family tremendously, and we're such a close-knit family. That was unbelievably difficult. And my mom said that one night she was sitting and drinking some wine. And like I said earlier, she's a songwriter. And she said these lyrics just started coming to her, and something about till the wine ran dry didn't quite ring right. So
Right.
she changed till the whiskey runs dry, but she wrote that in memory of her brother, my Uncle Raji. And then she asked me to perform it. And of course, I was honored, and I do perform that song. Sometimes I have to really feel strong in my emotional
I was
state.
just going to ask how you handle it. Yeah, wow.
Woo, that song will rip your freaking heart out. So I don't perform it all the time, but when I do, I really truly try to tap into what I think she was feeling, and then my side of the emotional, you know, thing of it as well, to try to really make sure it comes across. And that song just has to be performed raw in all
Wow.
its, you know, in all of what it means and stands for. So, you know, it's not often that I do it, but when I do, I try to really tap in. So sometimes people see me cry on stage, and it just is what it is.
That's beautiful.
That it really is, and it's kind of funny. Not to poke fun of it, but Jewel has her emotional side. Last week we had her crying a little bit, so when she started asking the question, I kind of seen her coming out. Ring, thank you for tuning in. I kind of thought we were going to get some tears, but and here's the funny thing: we always poke at our guests like, "Hey, when are you coming to PA? You are coming to PA. It's 5 hours from us, but you're coming to PA." Talk about, and I'm after this conversation, I'm actually considering the 5 hour drive because
Fun.
I love everything about you. You're just absolutely great. So tell us about performing out here in PA and what it's like just traveling to different cities and having your music out there for so many people to love and enjoy.
So I'm not just saying this. I promise, and I am a woman of my word. I don't ever fib. Um, Performing in PA is one of my absolute favorite places to perform.
Yes.
I had not been, other than like Uniontown area. I had not been to Pennsylvania for any length of time. And one of my first shows, you know, these people took a chance on me. Didn't, you know, it's difficult to get shows when no one's ever heard of you and they don't know what you're going to bring and whether you're, you know, worth it, basically. So this place called Winter Circle in Hershey, PA, or Harrisburg, Grantville area, PA. They took a chance on me and let me come out. It is one of the best places to perform ever.
It's
And
awesome.
they've had some really notable artists. Years and years ago, Kenny Chesney performed there.
Wow.
Yeah, Easton Corbin did this past Halloween there. You know, and I'm going back up there for the third time in April 14th and 15th. They do line dancing. Their food is excellent. The people are amazing. So if you are anywhere near there, I mean, heck, even if I'm not there, go out, tell Jeff I sent you. He'll be at the front. It's incredible. And you know, and outside of that, I've been very fortunate in all of my travels. You know, we've not really had any experiences that didn't go, you know, really great, from the venues to my booking agencies, the people, all the fans that come out and show up. You know, whether it's 5 or 500, you know, you're beyond appreciated. And I know you guys hear me say that on stage, but like, I am extremely well aware that I would not be here without, you know, you guys supporting me, and
This
that doesn't get lost on me. So I like to really make sure that gets across.
this week Jeff's gonna cry. Fantastic. Oh my goodness. I love that because like I said, like we don't do this for like money or nothing, and we're not looking to be like this super like we're the next year we're gonna blah 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 blah. We do it for the artist and the love and the people that tune in and you see them comment. We try to get their comments up because they like to be involved, and we do
Oh
it
yeah,
for
for sure.
them. And when an artist like yourself who's making the right moves and getting more popular says, "Hey, without the fans, I'm nothing," it's amazing because a lot of you don't hear that much, even from the big superstars. Like they might say in passing, "Well, yeah, we need our fans," but they don't feel it. And like that vibe, just the way you deliver it, you truly believe that there are
Oh
people
yeah.
there. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, you know, I've played to a room, and I'm super grateful for the two people that came. But you know, like I played for two people, so to look out and see that, you know, 500 people took time out of their day, took time out of their life, got babysitters, got, you know, got whoever was disabled up and ready to bring out. You know,
Wow.
I've got a lot of people that come see me in Charleston and they're in wheelchairs. You know, that's effort. That's effort that I don't have to put in to get there. You know, and I
Yeah.
just want them to know that, like, you know, I'm there to share that connection and experience with you. I'm there to bring joy and love and what I feel when I sing to you, because, you know, without music and without people wanting to do that, sometimes you don't get it. And I think it's important, you know, that we take time to recognize that those people took time out of their lives to share that moment with you, and you better freaking give them the best you got.
Man, I'm crying. I'm crying about a 5-hour car ride, and here's people that are just like going through it all.
Yeah,
Like,
see, don't you feel bad? No,
I
no,
do. I feel lousy.
I better see you at Winter Circle line
Right?
dancing.
I gotta talk to the wife.
line
She said,
dancing.
and the wife
Jeff
always
got a,
says,
a cowboy
I
hat.
got a
from Mary
cowboy hat.
Hill. Let's go.
My
Cowboy
wife
boots.
always says we need to do new things. Let's get a 5-hour car ride, do a little line dancing, and see
Line
a
dancing.
fantastic artist perform.
There you go.
Yeah,
Well, thank
absolutely.
you.
But I just want to say, because it's so nice to hear as a fan, when, especially the past couple of years, everyone's locked down, but a lot of our favorite musical artists have been so accessible in a way, and not, I mean, safely accessible. Like you're,
Right.
you're interacting and just with the fans, even just, I don't know. I went to a Billie Eilish concert, and the way she really took care of, like, she saw someone struggling in the crowd, and she stopped the entire show. And for Billie Eilish to do that, you know what I mean? Just shut down an entire show because she cares, and not have another like tragedy on her hands like that happened, last year. But it just means a lot to have that, and you care so much about your artists that you're saying, like, it's nice to know that they care back. So I absolutely love that. My dad just texted me, and he wanted me to remind you to say, is Brad Paisley from West Virginia as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Brad Paisley's from Fairmont area.
Okay, because we saw him in
All the way out in Minnesota.
Oh,
PA.
cool. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, saw a great concert with him, Sarah Evans, and
I
I
love
think
Sarah.
Sugarland as well in Central PA.
love all of them.
But yeah, more good people,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and so is Steve. What's his last name? He hosts Family Feud. He's from West Virginia.
Oh,
too.
Steve. Oh my
Harvey?
God, I forgot his name. Harvey. Thank you,
Harvey.
Steve.
Is
Harvey.
he?
He's from West Virginia. Mhm.
Wow, I
Wow.
didn't know that.
Yep.
That's why his morals are so good.
He's
Good
got a
Southern boy.
real, he's got a slight little twang in his voice if you listen carefully to
Yeah.
him. He does. Not like yours, Kate, and yours is excellent. I love it.
Well, thank you.
Sure.
I really try to make sure my pronunciations are correct, because sometimes it can get a little blurry, like on
Us too.
accident.
Yeah, us too. Yeah,
Us
exactly.
silly people, they're like, "What are you saying?" So
I know. We get that a
completely
lot.
understand.
So, give us one artist or maybe one band that you would love to collaborate with at some point in your career. If one artist out of all of them came in and said, "How about it, Kate?" You'd be like, absolutely.
I have a split tie. I have to name two.
You can do that. We do that
I
here
gotta
all the.
break the
We
rules.
always do. We always do ties.
I gotta break the rules for a tiebreaker. I am dead split between Chris Stapleton and Kenny Chesney.
Ooh.
Wow, that's some pretty
In
great
the
company.
country, in the country world, if
Okay.
either of them, and on the male side of things, because when you say collaborate, I immediately think duet, and my mind goes there. But I feel like if either of them came to me and said, let's sing about rocks, I'd be like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah, I would love to hear you and Chris Stapleton. Whoa, that would be a rock
Thanks.
All right.
country anthem.
We got another Chris Stapleton. Rain is a performer as well in a couple
Oh, hi,
bands.
Rain.
She's a drummer. So if you're ever looking for a
Heck
drummer in the PA area, you know what I mean?
Heck yeah, she'll have to follow me on my stuff. I'll follow you back. I'm always, I love to meet new musicians and singers and things, especially when I'm traveling. I think it's, it's super cool.
That's absolutely awesome. I got to check my work schedule because I kind of I really want to come up and just to experience it and maybe meet you and get these autographs. No, I'm kidding. Autograph would be cool. But it's just, and we love it. We try to get to see our artists. We have people around here that do what they call future star shows, and young artists come out, and we love stuff like that. And people that come on the program, we love to support them and watch them. You're already on my Apple playlist because
Thank you so much.
that's what I love to do, and I love getting in the car and having it come on. And I'm like, yeah, and because you know how awesome the person is, and you deserve it, and we root for you. And like we always say, Joe and I always say, once you're on the Yo Show, you're family. You're part of the Yo Show family. We
I
have.
love it.
We have close to 300 or 400 family members who have come on and hung out with us. but it's really great, and you're really great as well. And
Thank
we've run well past the half hour. I apologize.
You're fine. I don't mind at all. I blocked the evening off.
Wow. All right. So anyway, let's talk about dinner. Like, what do you like to eat? No.
I'm a huge foodie.
Trust me, I feel that. But and that's the thing, we get wrapped up in it, and like I said, the time flies by. It feels like you just got here, and
It does.
I'm already. I mean, you're welcome to stay. We could do another top 5 list. Joel, give us a top 5 topic now.
Whatever you all want to do, you're totally fine. I promise.
Let's
John
sing.
Denver songs.
Yeah, Joel is actually a massive John Denver fan. Probably the biggest John Denver fan
John
I've ever
Denver.
met.
That was my first concert. I love John Denver.
Oh, that's awesome. Mine was Rascal. No, I say Rascal Flats, but it was not. It was 98 degrees and the Baja Man. You guys remember Who Let the Dogs Out? Whoo, whoo, whoo. That was my first one.
That's so funny.
Now-
Yeah, I think Spice Girls was my second.
It's funny because my first concert has a link to all this. My first concert was Cool and the Gang, and here they are these years
Wow.
later. Yes, my first in
Full
Atlantic
circle.
City, right? Wow, Atlantic City.
Awesome.
I was always a fan, and I seen them on their own. Then I seen them open for Prince. No, sorry, not Prince. They didn't. I did see Prince though. They opened for. It was very interesting. They opened for a rock band. Oh my God, I'm not going to remember it either. It's going to drive me crazy, and I'm not going to remember. But it was like a rock concert, and they were the opening act. I'm like, this is bizarre, but I
That
love
works. I would love that though. Like the different and the festival that you're appearing in, like
Yeah,
that
that's
is so cool. Different,
Totally cool.
like alternative, and then come on, alternative better than Ezra, and then Flow Rider,
Oh,
and then
better.
Kate Boytek. Like how cool.
I'm super excited. I mean, I constantly am, and I don't just say this, but I am constantly pretty much in a level of excitement and just, I mean, how could you not be with all this stuff? But, for stuff like that, when it comes along, I
Elvis.
look at my manager and I'm just like, am I like, is this real? Like, is someone going to pinch me at some point and I'm just going to wake up and, be like, man, that was the best dream ever. And he's like,
Right,
"No, it's really happening." And I'm like, I remember being, my first like band show at 14, and I came out and sang 18 in Life by Skid Row because I wanted to be a rock star.
Yeah.
And and it was for like 6 people, and my mom was with me because I wasn't really old enough to be there. And we left right after. I remember like being scooted out like this is illegal. And to be from that to now, it really does feel like oh my gosh.
So I'll go back to this again. Like I said, I see this artist, this sweet-looking young lady with this big smile. Here she's breaking the rules, rocking out. Yeah.
I don't think him anymore.
Well, you're a mom now, so you can't. Kate, you got to set that
I have
example.
to lead by example.
Yes.
I'm trying to be a good guidance system.
You are.
And still
And-
rock.
Right, and still rock. And that's, we don't really, this is something I always should ask and don't ask really enough. I love the horns. So I just always preach to people to give the horns.
I have to tell you guys super quick, not to take up more time, but my
Oh,
my
no, go
youngest
ahead.
daughter, my youngest daughter, when she goes into school, so this means I love you in sign language.
Yes.
And me and my kids, we do it like when they're going into school the whole way. So
Aw.
my oldest daughter has done it her whole life. My youngest daughter is in school now and started doing it. And it's so funny because she can't ever remember to put her thumb out. So the whole way into elementary school, my youngest daughter's going like this to me. And I'm just like,
That
I
is
love
awesome.
in the car. We're like, yeah. I know the teachers are probably like, what?
It's a rock and roll. I love you.
Right, yeah, right, metal. I love her. Mom's a rock
Love
star.
it.
I love you. Yeah.
So
I love my
funny.
rock star mom. There you go.
Aw. My daughter does the same thing going on the bus. I love that.
I love it. Those moments, you can't ever get those back. So
Right.
I will never correct her, and I hope her entire life she's rocking on, as she's going into school.
You got to
That's
capture
awesome.
that moment too. Just once.
Yes.
I know.
Put it like in a video or something, just like a slow-mo at the end of a video.
That'd be a TikTok.
But it's fun, and I'm gonna like rat out one of our viewers, but also he came back with something very cool. So first, Earl, who watches this every week, called you ma'am. but I guess he's got that Southern thing in it. But then he said, and I agree with this, you'll be on the CMT Awards within a year. I think because your talent is absolutely amazing. We had such a great time here, and like I said, I don't want to let you leave, but there's also some respect factors in there because I feel bad. I didn't email anybody else in your band. I heard you say you have a manager though. Is that right?
I do.
I totally missed that. No.
I have 2 managers. You bypassed 2.
Oh my God, these poor guys are gonna be like, "Who is this jerk?"
No, they're super cool. They're
Okay,
just
good.
wonderful people. Burke Allen is my main, like, that handles everything and makes sure that everything's completely organized. And my overseer Bernard Porter in Nashville. You know, I really need to give a little shout out to those guys. They make sure that everything's done to the best that it can be, and without them, I would not be here. I mean, I'm fully also aware of that.
That is
So,
awesome. And like Joel said, it does pay to have great support system, and we're
Absolutely.
happy for
Thanks
you
for
that you
doing
do. The new single is coming out April 7th anywhere. Make sure you pre-order it. No nonsense of waiting to the day of. You pre-order it. Don't make me go on social media and remind you.
Anywhere, everywhere.
Right,
Yes,
anywhere and ever.
please, it truly
And
helps.
you can find the amazing Kate Boytek on Facebook at Kate Boytek. She's got a wonderful fan page. Instagram at Kate Boytek. The website, which I was all over the last couple of days, www.kateboytekofficial.com. Hell or High Water is out right now, and the brand new single, like I said, Anywhere is out April 7th. JD Wolf, pre-ordering it now. My man,
Thank you. Make
he
sure
is-
you screenshot so I can put your name in for some free merch, JD.
Exactly. JD is all about another great friend and fan of our show. We met him through another band. He came to see that band. He's been with us ever since. It's awesome. Rain has followed you on Instagram and Facebook, and we'll do more later. They said the artist supporting artists is another thing we love. So that's absolutely amazing. So check it out, man. Get to know more about Kate Boytek. It is definitely worth your while. And I usually have this neat little trick where for some reason the music always pops up the next day on a ride to work. And then I take a little picture of the screen of my car and I enjoy it. And then I get sad because I got to go to a regular job and not do this. But I love it. And like I said, you said when more announcements come out, you want to come back. Our doors are always open. We would welcome you a million times over. I've seen videos and have seen comments where people say how sweet you are and how charming and lovely and wonderful your personality is. I buy it 100%.
Y'all
This
gonna
has
make me
been
cry. Stop.
Good. I like that. We don't really make the guests cry. That's a new one. But
Thank
every
you.
word is true. You really are wonderful, and you're chasing the dream in the right way. Very intelligent, doing it for all the right reasons. Charity, family, support, and everything. And we root for you. We're massive fans from this point out.
Thank you so much. I was on a podcast last week, and the host said something super cool. He said he was on the Kate Boytek bandwagon, and I think I'm gonna take that and run with that. It feels
You should.
in flow with what we're doing. So
I like it. I like the Kate Boytek bandwagon. I'm not on the bandwagon. I'm what do you call when you're like? I'm like
Solidified.
we're like the OGs of the Kate Boytek fan group.
the
Right?
drivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. We're driving it, and like JD said, welcome to the Yo Show family, and we're
Thank you. I'm honored
pleased to
to
have
be
you.
here.
And we always keep up with social media. I'll see the announcements. Make sure you just say, "Hey, big announcements coming," and then we'll drop it and we'll do this again.
Awesome. I would love to. It's been so fun. It truly has been a blast. Thank you guys for taking the time out to have me on. And I always like to just tell everybody watching, I really appreciate you all and sending you all my light and love. And I hope to see you at a show soon. Make sure you stay after so you can come up and hug me. I like to do that after. I know there's.
Ah, 5-hour car ride on the way. You just lured me right in with that.
I'm always apologizing because I forget people have personal space, but not to sound weird, but
Not
we don't really have
here.
that. We don't have that in West Virginia, so I mean,
But I'm also a hugger, especially like I said, when I see like people have been on the show, I'm always like, hi, like they'll.
and it's exciting. I can't control it, so I quit trying. It's weird for me to stick my hand out. It's weird for me to be like, hey, it's nice to meet you. It feels so
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I know.
I'm
Right.
just kind of like,
Yeah.
I scared off one previous guest before. I kind of like this girl came into the crowd. I was so excited to see her. I'm like, hi, and she just like slowly scampered away. I'm like, What happened? But you got to realize, like, they're on stage, they come down. Here comes this lunatic charging at him. But
Now we have Kate's permission to go in for the hug.
yes.
You can bring it in for the hug. It won't be weird, and I won't scamper away.
It's
Sure.
a real thing.
Jewel, that's not going to happen. Her team of managers and all that are going to see this episode, remember this face, and build a circle around her and say, now you got to come
Maybe
to
not,
us.
maybe not you, but at least I can.
Well, maybe not.
I'm kidding.
Jewel will get a hug
We
for
kid,
me.
we kid.
Oh, my God. I tell you what, we actually improvised an awesome last few minutes of just making each other laugh. I love that. Kate, if the music falls flat, looks like comedy's your next gig. I'm all about it.
I'll keep that in mind.
The music won't fall flat. You really are. I mean, sincerely, not just kissing your butt because you're here, although we like kissing the butt of our guests, but you truly are amazing. Your voice is unique. Your approach is awesome. And Jewel said, Jewel, you forgot to bring it up. Your style is
Oh, yeah.
awesome.
Oh, I know.
Your style.
You talk all night. And your hair and everything else.
Thank you. Well, I got to give a shout out real quick before we go to Salon Pro in Huntington, West Virginia. Meg Smith does my hair.
Outstanding.
Well, this isn't really my hair, but some of it is.
I got you.
Want it? Got it? You got it.
So all I know is like this is down. Like I kind of do this in my basement. So tomorrow morning when I walk downstairs, you're still here and you and Jewel are still talking. Just
Yeah,
ignore me. I'll be I'll be
Yeah,
moaning and
no
groaning
worries.
back.
No worries.
I get up early, but again, thank you. And I know we're
Appreciate your
rambling.
time. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know, I hate to let you go, but she said she blocked it all off first, but we will let you go. Kate Boytek, I'm going to let the scroll run after we let you go so people will know where to find you and definitely get the new single and root for this girl because she's amazing and just, your career is going to take off. Just remember us when you're big.
Always,
Yeah.
always. I can't wait to
Awesome.
come back on.
Oh,
We can't wait to
thank
have
you so
you.
much.
Absolutely.
Thank
Kate
you, guys.
Boytek, ladies and gentlemen, I get a round of applause, Joel. Absolutely amazing. Have a great night, and we'll see you soon. Either way.
Wonderful. Thank you.
All right. Good
Thank you
night.
so much, Kate.
Kate Boytek, Joel, I got to tell you, I'm blown away, and we really do luck out with the great people to come on the program. And she was, it's funny, I say charming, and like women aren't charming. Sure, I mean, their personality is very charming and pleasant and fun.
Why can't women be charming?
I don't know, but I've been told that before. Like I say,
Because women are naturally charming? Is that what it is?
perhaps. This was awesome. So JD Wolf, get down to PA, man. Or maybe get Kate Boytek up to Minnesota. Let's
Yeah, I
get,
guess it is down to PA.
she's talking about the
Minnesota.
Kate Boytek bandwagon. Let's bring it up north, all the way up north. Let's get country music all the way up north.
Yeah, not during the winter though.
I know, where it's freezing cold out. What
Spring
am I?
now,
What
so
am I doing?
fine. But it's spring. It's the first day of spring. Did you celebrate spring?
I sure did. I
Okay.
celebrated with having Kate Boytek on the Yo Show. No, I really didn't. That's kind of why I went with the yellow colors. Like I kind of wanted to go like bright and springish. There's always a theme, not always a theme, but a lot of times I try to put a theme behind a color as well. And Earl Rains, I agree, she is awesome. Just a
Yes.
lovely young lady, and you got to root for her. And God, singing since she was 5 years old. And I feel bad. I missed the question. Allie had asked a question of what was the first song she ever sung on stage. And I kind of wanted to know because she started at 5 years old. Like I wanted to know her first song.
Well,
So
that
Kate-
Skid Row one was pretty cool.
That's pretty cool as well. So Kate, if you're still listening, slide into the DMs with the name of the first song you ever sang. She's awesome. It's just such a great time, and we have a great time doing this. And there's reasons why, because it's a lot of fun. We got a Sea of Cowboy Hats was her first song. Now she got into the private chat thing. Oh, I
good.
love it. Sea of Cowboy Hats. Oh, that's lovely. She's so great. I get emotional, and I know, like, we watch you cry. I get, like, emotional, like, in here when we just had these great guests and they're talking about all their accomplishments and what they got coming up. And it's, you're right there, a little overdone.
I'm fine.
Okay. You
Poor
were saying?
guest. Oh yeah, and her covers as well. Like go on YouTube,
Yes.
search for. And she does this great one. It's her and this other woman and a guitarist, and they do the Lumineers Ho Hey. I love that song. It's so sweet. But yeah, her voice is just phenomenal. I would love to hear. Duck was actually texting me earlier, and she's like, "Dude, Rufus Wainwright. I'm like, I know, because we just missed Jedi Mind Tricks this past Saturday. I was supposed to take, it was the last concert they were ever doing, and I was going to take my nephew, but a few other people were going to come too, so I was kind of waiting to get tickets, and they had tickets Friday, Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, they were gone, and I went to buy them, like, out the door, and I couldn't. So now we are not doing that ever again. We're seeing Rufus Wainwright. He's playing Red Bank in the end of
Red Bank.
June. So
Very cool.
and that's close to like the shore points at the end of June. Like, let's make a mini shore trip out of it. But my point was these voices that you absolutely have to hear live, like no question. And Rufus is on my list, and now Kate Boytek is too.
Yeah, I agree. And like with every word that came out of her mouth and every story and everything she shared and even listening to the music, 5 hours started sounding like 10 seconds. Like it's almost like I want to get in the car and go so bad. And like I said, I've done the Love Draft trip to see like Sepsis, and it's like 3.5 hours, whatever it is, but it felt so worth it. And I know that would feel worth it, especially when you get that hug. Oh.
You know what's weird? I have driven all over PA, like probably.
It's big. PA's big.
Yeah, it's so big. And I've been everywhere, I feel like, on the east side of it, but never on the west side of it. Like, I've never been to Pittsburgh or anything like that. But, like, I've been to a lot of, eastern places. And sometimes people say PA town. I don't even know what you're talking about. And that's my state.
I know.
It's
right?
weird.
Pittsburgh, by the way, is an actually very underrated city. And everyone's like, oh, Steel City, blah, blah. It's actually a lot of fun. I had a great time. I like it out there. And we've got people out there, too, Victoria Fire.
Yeah, and Chrissy Leaf absolutely loves it. That's where her daughter lives, and they go out there all the time. And they said it's just cool town. I've had friends that live there too, but never been out that way.
Yeah, she keeps hitting me. She kept hitting me the other day with I'm moving out there. I'm like, And I got her a case.
I try to just blow it off until it happens because I can't mentally deal with that.
I hear you. And I got her a case a little bit like we were talking about how we haven't seen each other in years. I said, I almost died, and you would have never seen me if I died.
Come on,
That's what St. Patty's Day does here. When you're out drinking, you start saying that shit.
Oh my!
I say a lot of nonsense.
No.
More great music, great guests that we pile them up here, and I just have to say that tomorrow night, the Wednesday night edition of the Yo Show, we got another great one, Jewel, and talk about power bands and people. It's the amazing FDS band led by the one and only Francesca Destruct, who is a rock goddess, man. And I've seen videos with her, and she's not into talking about female fronted. It's a goddamn rock band, and trust me, it's not coming out of my mouth tomorrow. But very excited for the FDS band, Francesca, and just another one of the great bands that come on this program, and we love them. We absolutely love them. We love this guy. Don't forget about him. We got to get tickets to his concert too, George Powell. We didn't forget about you. Oh man, just so much great stuff coming up. Couple topics, like sort of like 9:30. We haven't even done a topic, but that's okay. We do have to pass along when sad things happen. Actor Lance Reddick, known best for The Wire, passed away a couple days ago. And, I always loved him. He was one of those guys. I should have put his picture up. I forgot. Because he's one of them guys you see and like, what's that guy's name? Like there's actors. Like,
right.
There's that guy. What's his name? And everything he's in, he's great because he's got that stern, you had that strong face. And every character is usually like the boss of something or the head of something because he's always like that tough exterior kind of guy. Passed away, so rest in peace, Lance Reddick. Kind of a tough loss, Joy. I always loved him and all of his acting roles.
I know, and my dad texted me that news, and he's like,
Right,
"Oh, John Wick," and you have to
Yeah.
give like the because I know exactly what you're saying because I know him. It's just the name escapes me
Right.
sometimes. Sometimes they don't look like the name that they would have either. So
Right, exactly. And I heard the name first. I'm like, I got to look who this is. Like, oh my God, him! And I love him because he's terrific. Terrific at everything he does.
Did I tell you I watched Cocaine Bear?
You did?
Yeah.
And?
First of all, you know all the scary movies I watch. I watch all the scary movies. Terrifier,
Yep.
I'll watch it all. It was so scary. It was
Really?
really scary. Like I was surprised. I'm like, oh my god, I'm scared. And it was gory, gory as all heck. And it was like Ray Liotta's last movie.
Yeah.
He was a real
That's
jerk
weird,
in it
right?
too.
Was he?
But
Oh.
I mean, it really it had it was like a very dark comedy. But man, that was scary. I was not expecting that.
Would I be okay with it? You know how much of a weenie
Oh
I
yeah,
am.
I mean it's a bear. Like, come on. But it's just a bear that
Is it
under the influence.
is it a bear that's that scary? Like Bear Reigns?
Yeah,
I love you, Ro.
super scary. Hey.
JoJo is here for the evening. Joey, tell the fans out there what to do with the Yo Show. Let them have it.
Hold it.
Oh, I need one. Okay.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications and hit that like button in the face. But don't break your screen. I did back up. So I didn't break that microphone.
Didn't break that microphone.
Don't break that. Don't break your screen, kids.
And happy spring.
And happy spring. Don't go to Rita's on the first day of spring.
Yeah, we tried to go to Rita's yesterday.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
no
it was
way
all the
on
way
earth.
to the Feediers, which is like
Meteor?
meteor.
Meteor? Meteor?
Meteor.
It was a long line.
Yeah, it was very long. Let's just say it was,
We'll get our Rita's a different day.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll
It's
get mine.
time. It's time for our new segment on the Yo Show. Joey rants.
Joey rants about snacks.
Joey rants.
Yay!
That's our little segment, Joey rants. And I kind of like it because I love how you tell the people to go on to YouTube. And I love this. I start doing it now because I love it so much. And a lot of our regular viewers say it's their favorite part of the show. You got a little boss girl from Earl. And JD Wolf says his favorite part of the show. We do. We love you. You are our sweet little human mascot. And I got to
the only
see you
reason
on
my
St.
parents
Patrick's
watch. Oh, yeah.
No, I'm sure.
Joey on St. Patty's Day.
Yep, got to
I
see
think
Joey.
Joey beat Jeff at darts.
Yes, she did. She really did. That's not saying a lot. I mean, kudos to Joey, but beating me in darts is ain't good.
I know I am.
She is cool. She definitely is cool. She's, I mean, way above her time. And by the time we give up doing this show, her show is going to have a couple billion viewers, and she's going to be a millionaire and forget all about us. We're going to like, hey, come on, why don't you come on your mom's show? Pfft, got time for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you like,
Show.
make sure you subscribe to Joey's show, or I'll punch you in your face.
She really no. She goes to school and she's like, "Oh, you gotta listen to my mom." I'm like, "Oh,
Wow, all right. No, you know.
rich girl she is."
It's a great thing. She's a great spokesmodel. We are very lucky to have her in our family, our Yo Show family. Now I heard. I actually have to look this up because you're going to be interested in this, and I got to find the name. Hang on. Little music. Now I can't find it.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to find because there was a place that I know you were interested in. So Angela Marie, who has done the show with us in the past, went to some themed park and she told me how friggin' lousy it was, and I had to share it with you, and now I can't find it.
Oh, Super Nintendo World.
No, it wasn't Super Nintendo World. It was I can't find it because we were
American
messaging
Dream?
about it.
American Dream.
No, not American Dream.
Uh,
I know I can't find it now. Like, where are you?
Dolly
Oh,
World.
So she shoots pool tonight. So she probably doesn't even know. Oh,
She's
man.
on Pool League. I want to be on a Pool League.
Oh wait, nostalgia got me there. Here it comes. Videos, website. Honestly, way too much for money. Oh, Nickelodeon Universe.
Oh, in PA
I don't know. She just said she was at
or
Nickelodeon Universe,
Jersey.
and it was horrible. I don't know. She just said it was not good. The show.
Oh, that's cute.
I like that. It is cute. But yeah, she said she was at Nickelodeon World. And I know you're into all that, like you're into theme parks and all, and she just
Oh, yeah.
said how horrible it was. I'm like, I gotta tell Jewel.
Oh, I had to find out because there's a Cartoon Network one in PA and like Lancaster, and then there's American Dream, which is like Nickelodeon and like DreamWorks Water Park.
No, that's
Come on down, South Park on a hell time. friendly faces everywhere. Dude, Ween is playing Red Rocks again. I want to go where they're in New Hampshire. Like, I have to get there.
I would see that. Now, I
Ween does
heard,
a lot of the South Park songs, so they.
yeah, I've reached out to Ween a few times, getting extremely ignored by Dean and Jean. I don't like it. So, my nephew told me a few years ago that the South Park's theme song, right, that you were singing,
Yeah.
is
Is.
there is
what?
there really a lyric where he says, "I like girls with big fat titties"? Is that true?
Well, first of all, Primus sings it.
Yes, and
That's
I'm a
pretty
big
cool.
Primus fan.
Well, we don't really know what Kenny says. That's the
Okay,
whole-
because my nephew says, right, my nephew's like, oh, he says I like girls with big fat. I'm like, no, he doesn't. He's like, yeah, he does. Yeah, I heard it, read it. And I'm like, okay, dude. Like, nobody knows what he says. I thought maybe there was some hidden cryptic something about what he says.
I'm sure there is. I mean, South Park. Come on.
Right, exactly. From the world of what is happening to the world of is this really happening? And I didn't believe it at first, but I'm starting to see more and more pictures and more possibilities. Apparently, Jenna Ortega is involved as the daughter, and it's supposed to be Beetlejuice 2. Now, I've seen a lot of promotions. This one with Jenna.
This is fan made.
Right, that might be fan made,
Coil.
but they have an IMDb page now.
Oh, man.
Is it happening? Is Beetlejuice 2 really happening? Do you have the scoop, Joel? Do you know for us? I mean, I love the picture.
I mean, why not? Michael Keaton's still acting. He's coming back as Batman. I'm getting a little Jenna Ortega. It's like too much. Too much. She's
Yeah,
Wednesday.
I
She's here.
love
She's
her.
there. I love her
Aw.
too, but like it's kind of overkill. She's in every horror movie that's out right now.
J.D. Wolf says it's happening. That's official. If J.D. Wolf says it's happening, it's happening.
She's great. She's great Wednesday, and she worked really well with Tim Burton on Wednesday. They said they worked well together, and she was like improving a lot of it. That's great.
And that was my next point, because
don't
Lydia
know.
Manson is pissed. She's not crazy about her being Lydia Dietz's daughter, and Lydia's like, I'm not into it at all. I'm like, wow. Like, you've pissed off like your number one fan.
Lydia Manson is available.
Lydia Manson is
Tim
my girl.
Burton.
I love her.
I love
Um, It was funny. I
Lydia.
was talking the other day with my buddy Christian, who always asks about the show, and he watches when he can. And he said, dude, what happened to Lydia? And Lydia's done Halloween for us a couple times. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying this to be rude. Jewel has not been absent, so there's been no need for backup. Jewel's been rock solid.
Somewhat. I mean, life happens, but
Your life does happen, but you've been rock solid. And
been late a few times. I'm sorry.
And, Rain, I always appreciate the horns. I love the horns. And we're going to have you come on the show. Like I said, we're booked until probably like the fall, but I want you to come on and talk about your bands. She's in a couple of bands, Jewel. She's an outstanding drummer. She's become a fan of the show. We chit-chat every once in a while about music, and she's super cool. And a boss on the drums, dude. She just crashes the drums. It's sensational. I absolutely love it. My brother bought me
Cheesy
a real box of
Piss.
Cheesy Piss.
I love Cartman. Cartman is like one of my all-time favorites.
It's such a clever show. But
I have a Butters. He's out of reach, but I love something.
wow, there's a lot of stuff we haven't even covered yet that I
Butters.
got to get into. We got to get to a lot of great topics. We got to get to a very sad topic. And this one hurts me because I've always adored her, and as she got older, I started to love her, but she's losing it. Amanda Bynes, of course, seen naked in the streets of Los Angeles. And a word that one of the people that she approached said, like she came out and said, please help me. I'm coming down off a psychiatric episode and I'm lost. I have no idea where I'm at. Naked and just confused and lost. And they said her mental state is getting worse and worse. And it's scary, Joel. And you heard the stories about like they take her money and they left her with no money. And now, she has no celebrity, and now she has like no direction. And then you hear a story like this, and it's sad. Little intake, it's hard to elaborate on, but
It's so sad just having Josh Server come on for my birthday episode, and I'm such a fan. I was such a fan of her. Like, all
Yeah.
that was everything. That was my Friday night growing up. It was Snick, and she was so talented. Even like growing
Yeah.
up, she was so insanely good at what she did, and comedic actress and beautiful and everything else. And
Yeah.
it's so sad. And that has to be one of the most horrifying things I can imagine. And being that big of a star to like have an episode like this publicly, like out, and everyone knows about it now, like that's so, it's tragic, man. And you see all of the like Keenan and Kel, you sent me, they're coming out with a Good Burger
Yeah.
movie. Like they're all thriving, and she's here needing help, and it's just so sad, man.
It really is, and she was like a little darling, and then as she grew up, and she was a pretty girl, and you rooted for her. She always had this sweetness and cuteness about her, and then to this, and more or less like the way it's being described is she's like a prisoner in her own body. Like that has got to be terrifying. I
And
can't
like
even.
no support where they like let you like remember. I mean, they had Brittany like locked down, you know, and
Yeah,
she's just like free. I don't know.
yeah. It almost sounds like people have given up on her, which is a shame. She's a young girl still, and and yeah, you don't think about well, maybe she'll come back someday and act. It's not even about that, man. It's about really just yeah, right. Hopefully getting help. And they talked about like they brought her to a local police station where they gave her psychiatric lockdown. Yeah, man, you gotta help. She's obviously not right, and when things like this go on, it's scary to see. And like I said, it gets in the public eye and the TMZs of the world and all that, like blow it up. But it's horrible.
Yeah, and she's only like what, 36? Like she's really young, and I just feel for her, man.
Yeah, chemical imbalance is a good way of looking at it. They said that she was bipolar and all that, and it could fall back on an allergy. You're right. There's a lot of things that could send you over the edge mentally. And like I said, they said she's bipolar, and now she's like, and they don't even know what else is inducing her. Like nobody's really gotten close enough to know is there drugs involved? Like what's involved? Nobody even really knows.
Well, hopefully she has like a team now that's supporting her, at least her fans, because when Britney went out and she had that little episode out in public, like that's when people got together and started really like, yo, you can't do this. Like someone needs to step in and do something. So hopefully she gets the same treatment.
I agree, and a lot of times we come out and say funny things and try to get punchlines, etc. But maybe seriously, the Yo Show should spearhead some kind of save Amanda fund because she deserves it. She really does. And it's so terrible to think. We love you, Amanda. We're rooting for you.
She actually went to my cousin's wedding. Isn't that wild?
Really? That
Yeah.
is wild. That
I
is
wish
really
I was
wild.
there. I wish I was there. I would have
I
started
see you're
easy.
near Allentown in Pittsburgh. Oh, okay. I'm a Pittsburgh fan. My father-in-law lives in Allentown. So all about it. I like
Going down in Allentown.
it. Ugh, Billy Joel.
You don't like Billy Joel?
Not anymore. I'm Billy Joel out. It's over.
Oh. Did
No,
you
I'm
watch
kidding.
The Boys? I like all the Billy Joel songs.
I knew you loved that. I have not watched it. I still have not. I watched one episode and I was like,
That's like, gory horror comedy.
yeah, it's like right hard. And what I saw was pretty gory as well. There was like that scene where the dude like exploded.
There's a lot. My mom watches. I'm like, just to prepare you for the
There's a
episode.
lot of foul stuff that goes on.
Dude, that woman has a strong stomach, though. Look, she sat through Terrifier with me. Like, how cool.
She's
I'm
more,
like,
stronger than I am, man. I couldn't. Wow. Such a movie, the Billy Joel band. Oh yeah, that was what was it? It was 80s doo-wop Billy Joel sucks.
and Step Brothers?
Yeah, remember at the Catalina Wine Mixer, the first band was
Wine
the
mixer.
80s doo-wop. World Baseball Classic, bottom of the sixth, Japan 3, United States 1. The winner of this will be the champion of the World Baseball Classic. Japan 3-1.
Okay, but I'm not seeing Trey Turner like do that in spring training. Like, can he just bring it for
Right.
the real thing?
I want to see it on opening day. Like he's knocking home runs around. He hit that
Yes.
big grand slam the other
Everybody's
night.
hitting Castellanos. Like, keep that
Yeah.
going, please.
Bring it here.
Have Harper.
Yeah, we need more Turner homers, especially this year in Philly. Not in Minnesota.
We're ranked like really bad too. Like we're down there, right?
Yeah, you know
Like
what?
underdogs.
It's the pitching thing. We just don't have the pitching. We got great hitters, and they even announced today that Bryce Harper will not have to go on a 60-day IL, and he should be back by May, which is great because first they were talking July, and then maybe June. Now they're talking May for return of Bryce Harper. Need that big time. And Earl, you're right. Rain Sparkles rocks, indeed. I absolutely agree. She's taking over our chat box, and we love it. That is awesome news. Yeah, we're excited to get Bryce Harper back on the scene, and baseball season starts very, very soon. And we're excited for that. More topics? Do we have more topics? Of course we do. Jewel, what is this? Help me here. You'll know more about this than I will. Not that. Wrong picture. That.
Huh?
The new Sebastian? A new official like it's Sebastian in the upcoming The Little Mermaid. It's a live action thing, but that looks nothing like Sebastian.
Oh, come on. This is like
Not
the
even
Lion
close.
King. Did you see the new Lion King where they had like an actual lion, but it had no like cartoony facial expression, so it couldn't really like look at Sebastian. Look at his smile.
I know, look how
smile.
happy he is. He don't look happy in that first picture.
Joe,
Look,
Look at the new Sebastian.
looks
Let's
like he's
get-
poop. It looks like he's taking a poop.
That looks like Joey's crab, Biggie. But we love
Don't
him.
you say that demon-looking thing is Biggie.
No.
It's a demon.
Sebastian. How is he going to sing? He doesn't have a mouth.
Right? He's got two eyes.
He's like,
Yeah, he's like angry. Sebastian's not
No.
angry.
like, no.
It looks like
You
more
turned a
Mr.
child's dream into a nightmare.
Mr. Krabs. It's not.
Wow.
Mr. Krabs, that you? Come collect your son.
You can't be
Round
singing.
2. Round 2. Yeah, but I
Under
was
the sea.
I was so
Under the
disappointed
sea.
when I saw that. Got even.
Well, we got a teaser at the Oscars, so we saw all of the but I didn't see this thing.
I
But
know.
we saw
Thing.
Prince, and then we saw
Thank
Ursula's
you.
Eyes. That's played by Megan.
It's fine, you'll remember.
Megan, you know the lady. Tammy. Megan.
Megan, Tammy,
I keep wanting to say Mullally. It's not. It's Megan McCarthy. Oh, Melissa McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy. Okay.
Right. You see her Ursula Eyes, and she's going to do a good job. She can sing. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit you. But this, they can't have real animals play.
Welcome to the child abuse segment of the air show. Sorry.
Sorry. You know, remember Homeward Bound with the dogs?
Yes.
That had
No.
emotion. I don't know why. Maybe because dogs have a very emotional face. Like you can tell what
They
they're thinking.
do. Oh yeah.
Doesn't
Mine.
work for a crustacean.
No. I.
Oh, I know what my dog's thinking, like all the time. I can read her mind.
Sure you can.
I can.
I just.
So what you thinking of right now? Hmm?
Where's my
She's
mom?
thinking. She's thinking that Joey's like off her rails tonight on the Yo Show, and I love it.
My cat too. Cats are pretty expressive.
Yeah, they can be like, yeah, I think be chill.
Attitude-y.
Attitude.
Attitude. That's good stuff. So this is great news. I think. I'm curious to see how it plays out. Married with Children is coming out in cartoon form.
Oh.
It's a reboot, and you kind of pick up why. Because the original cast will all be back.
And they'll get away with anything in a cartoon.
And he said that number one. But keep in mind now, Ed O'Neill, Katie Seagal, David
Oh.
Faustino, Christina Applegate. Now Applegate said she's not acting anymore. So this is a way to bring her back and bring back Married with Children. The whole original cast is going to be voicing. That's awesome.
Yo, that would make me so happy for Christina Applegate because that Dead to Me, oh my gosh, that show is so funny.
That's such a great show. Everybody
and
likes
the
that show.
ending was so heartbreaking. And just to know that was her like last role, like, oh my gosh.
Right?
And the girl named her daughter Joey. And I was like, oh, so sad. So sad. But not giving anything away. But her as a voice actor of Married with Children, just get Juliet Tablack back in there.
Yeah! I love me
go.
some Julia Taylor. I love her. Although she very humbly believes that her star is over because when I asked her to come back on the show again,
But maybe voice work. she'd be
I
there
like
for
that.
just a little snippet, little guest spot.
I'm excited for it because, I mean, I love Married with Children and all its
On Blue
ins and
Step.
outs. So
We
I'm
watched
excited.
Newlander too the other night. So we're like,
Wow, that was some scary Zoolander. It's like all up in my face. Um, we do have a R-rated topic to talk about, which we'll
oh,
move
okay.
on.
Right. Can you go? This is a bad topic. I'm sorry.
Okay, so actress Sydney Sweeney pretty much said how in the beginning she felt ostracized and judged because she has big breasts and her acting was judged by her body. She came out a little bit and said, "Yeah, I've done nude scenes. I'm actually extremely proud of them. I'm not ashamed to do them. But in the beginning, I was blonde and there was the big boobs and things started to go in the wrong direction, and my acting kind of played second fiddle. I like her. I think she's very cool. To me, I mean, if you can act, you can act. I'm a male pervert, etc. But if you can act, you can act. And I think she's got a good point here. And a lot of times you hear the horror stories of, it's just about my body. Years back, I had Erica Leniak on the program back before we had video. And she said, like, they wanted me in movies because I was in Playboy. And, like, everything was about, all right, get naked, be naked, blah, 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 blah. But it's, it's tough. It really is. So, what do you think?
So I love her.
Me too.
She was actually in a movie with my cousin. It was called The Devil's Own, and this was like way back before Euphoria, before she blew up as this huge star. But she's a phenomenal actress. I love her. I do think, I mean, that happens for a lot of actresses. I feel like they have like those roles and then they go into it. I just watched that Meg Ryan movie. I always think of that knocked up scene. He's like, Meg Ryan in the cut, 10 minutes in, like she's naked that whole movie. But yeah, I feel like a lot of actresses started off like that, and maybe when they went on with their career, had their choice and could handpick what they want. Not necessarily saying that's all actresses. I'm just saying that's some of the routes they take, but they have roles that they accept, and they become a bigger star, and maybe can have more of a say what happens. But I mean, she's drop dead gorgeous. She's supposed to be in this new Spider-Man movie. Did you hear that?
Yes, I saw that also. That's also very cool. And again, they'll correct me, and this might sound wrong, but hear it out totally. I never really even noticed. I mean, you look at her, yeah, it's very pretty. But once this came out, I'm like, how big are her boobs? And I started looking at pictures to see how big her boobs are, and like, I wasn't really doing it until you just like
watch
tapped me on.
Euphoria, and then you'll know. She's like, yeah. A lot of Euphoria gets bashed because it's like a teen.
Write that down.
A teen.
Euphoria.
It's very hard to watch. It's like a lot going on. It's a great show, great soundtrack. I love Labyrinth and Zendaya, but it's all about teens and their relationship. Obviously, all these actors are in their 20s and older, so. Yeah. But she's in a lot of compromising positions in that show. So yeah, and then I watched the other one. It was called like The Watcher I think it was The Watcher. And that was like a thriller, and she was in it and naked the whole time. So yeah, I mean, I see your point, but.
And some actresses do it and they're proud of it and they're fine with it and etc. And that's cool. And then there's some who like we had Madeline Zemo on a long time back, and she says, like, do me a favor, let's not focus on the fact that I was naked. Like, it happened. I don't want it to be like a focal point. I get that too, because there's more to a great actress like that. There's more to Sydney Sweeney, Erica Leniak. There's a lot more to all of them than just being naked.
And that just becomes a topic when it's women. Like, oh, yeah, you did this. And, like, they'll never ask men those questions. Like,
right.
And nowadays, it's almost taboo to ask women, like, those questions because you'll be reamed out. You know what I mean? It's like you should treat everyone equally and everyone should have the same opportunities. And you can't ask those type of questions anymore to women. It's like, I don't know, you can't do that anymore. It's not respectful, because we look back on interviews that are given to like Jessica Simpson about her boobs, and we're like, oh my God, how did they have the gall to say that to her? But that was like what people talked about, what people asked about in the interviews back in the 90s and 2000s, early 2000s, 10s.
And that's what I got from Erica Leniak's. Like, I don't really want to focus on Playboy. Like, I'll touch on it briefly, but I don't want that to be what it's all about. And I get that, because you want to move on and be more. And there's ways to jumpstart yourself. That was the way to jumpstart, but it passed.
Right. And not necessarily like, oh, you have to do this to get a role. It's just those are the ones available. And I mean, sometimes you just take them. I was just watching, it's like a 2020 with Paris Hilton. And
oh, yeah, she was
insane. But it was she has a book coming out. So I guess she is just squashing. But it showed clips of like how the media just, man, they did her so wrong. And when we talked to, I think it was like 2 episodes or something, but
yeah,
she's so powerful. Like, if she knew all the power she had, you know what I mean? And it was just a bad time. It was a bad time to be, but that was the culture back, Kim Kardashian, Pam Anderson, like that was the time of the tapes and all that. So
yeah,
it was just a bad.
And a lot of people come forward now, they write a book and they come out with a lot. So if you know somebody or you're related to somebody and they say, I'm coming out with a book, back off, man, because you're going to get shredded.
I would love to be in someone's book. Write about me.
Yeah, you can write about me.
Can I be in your book? Are you going to make a book? You don't even
Of
read
course.
books.
I can't write one. You see how creative I am when we had Mike Mraz on here from Back in Black. I'm like, what was it take to make a Yo Show movie? Oh, I had clips, I had videos, I had to edit it. I'm like, I'm out. He had to write the script. Yeah, I'm out.
Oh, yeah, writing a script. You could do everything else, though.
Yeah.
I'm the worst writer. My sister is like the best writer I know. Like, she can make people cry. She writes like all the eulogies. Like, she's amazing. Wow. She does speeches and everything. I am like, I cannot write. Because I just want to write how I talk, and that's never going to go well.
And that's kind of what we do here. Like, I really don't, like, I write out some topics that we talk about, but definitely not what we're going to say.
No, your questions are so well written, and he has a format, and he sends it. When I send questions to him, it's like a blob of crap. It's just a stream of consciousness you have to piece together and learn to work with. I'm sorry.
I appreciate that a great deal. I really do. But you send great topics, even though I forgot to post the one, because this thing, I don't know if you can get the justice to this, but Jules sent me this picture of this story of this gigantic alligator. Look at that thing. I mean, I know the picture's bad, but put in perspective the size of that thing. This was in Florida, correct? And it was on a golf course?
Golf course, and this happens all the time. And there was another one, I think it was this size. This is a 14-footer.
14. And they called it
it's a dinosaur.
A Jurassic style event. Right, they said the Jurassic style event. That looks like a dinosaur. Look at that thing.
You know, I'm curious, at what point does an alligator become a crocodile? Like, that's a crocodile, right? Alligators are like tiny little pets.
No, that's Godzilla. Look at that thing.
I
Look
would
at that
cry.
Tail. I would cry. You'd be dead because they're so damn fast.
They're so fast. I heard this story. One of my friends, mom in a golf course. But the lady went to go get her golf ball out of the water at a Florida golf course and went to like reach in the water and like had to snap back because, hello, it's Florida. And there's
Jesus.
Alligators.
All the more reason why I'm never moving to Florida.
Seriously.
Although there's an awesome opportunity in Virginia Beach to be a sales rep for an awesome brewery.
Yo, I would come visit you if you lived in.
Sweet. Don't think it's not going to happen. I'm going to apply to this brewery, and if they accept me, I'm out of here. That's hard to say. I love Philly. Coming up on the Ocean, we got so much great stuff and new guests and everything. We're booked for a while, so you know we're not going anywhere anytime soon. And we start off with next Tuesday, Jules. We welcome one of our all-time favorites. It is the band Hail Sagan. It's going to be Sagan Amory and Nick Boiano on the show next week. We're going to talk about some brand new music from Sagan. A little bit about where she's been. She took a little hiatus from social media. She's going away a little bit. Now she's back with new music, and her and Nick are killing it as always. Next Tuesday, right here on the Yo Show. JD Wolf, I know you're a big fan of music. You'll love Hail Sagan. April 4th, speaking of music, an awesome super band, as I'm told to call them. Founding members of Collective Soul, members of Scott Weiland's band. It is the great Mojo Moji, making her second appearance on the Yo Show April 4th. April 11th, the creator of the Party Nerds and a man who gets about Philly, great PR guy, super cool dude, Darnell Hicks will be on the program. April 25th is my birthday. I have no idea what that means or what's going to happen, but it's my birthday. April 18th, we need somebody. I think I reached out to a few people. Might have that locked down. A lot more. May 9th, Jewel Tady's favorite new band, Strange Culture. Two red hot songs out right now, so look up Strange Culture. Check out the brand new music. We talk a lot, me and them guys. Very cool. Can't wait. May 16th, a great young band. One of the bands we met at these Future Stars Modern yesterday. Just great kids, great PR. Their mom does a lot of their work, comments a lot on our Facebook. We chat a lot, and we're just very excited to get them here. Another one, Stealing Society, May 23rd. More great music. A lot of great bands coming on. May 30th, the music of Rebecca Folsom. We're excited for that. June 6th, another great artist, Timothy Stanton Dial will be on our program. I met him in Nashville. Super cool dude. June 13th, Sunrise Cries. Wow, I got that out. June 20th, Mick and Maxie. June 27th, Thunder Pets. Jewel, God, that's a lot of music. There's more. How did I skip? Anyway, I got the July somehow. July 18th, the band Neverwake. July 25th, the band Tulip. Very excited for them. August 14th is our 6th year. We do episodes every year, but it's just 6 years coming up in August 14th. August 1st, finally, somebody non-music.
6 years is lead.
Yeah, I know. 6 years is lead. Yeah, it's definitely lead. August 1st, just made this one the other day, a horror actress. So we're back to actresses, and Jewel will enjoy that, Miss Amy Cote. And August 8th, a band I was told I absolutely had to have. Talk about Virginia Beach. Virginia Beach's own Mag Dillon. Jewel, I'm stoked for this band. These guys look super cool. Guy and women. Sorry, lead singer's a woman. Apparently they've done stuff they've opened before for Nailbite, and they've played Love Drafts and all that. So very excited to talk to Mag Dillon on the program August 8th. A lot more stuff coming up. A lot more dates to be announced. Do not forget, tomorrow night, the amazing FDS band and Francesca Destruct on Yo Show Wednesday. 1 minute left, Jewel. Say something wonderful.
Oh, man. That's pressure.
Well, let's thank Kate Boytek, of course, for coming on the program. You can find Kate Boytek. Don't forget Facebook, Instagram, www.kateboytekofficial.com. The brand new song, Hell or High Water, which we played here tonight, is now available. And brand new single that you can pre-order right now. Anywhere coming out April.
Pre-order. It helps.
Yeah,
sign up to get some free merch. That's so cool.
I would love her free merch. I want a hug, free merch, and a new song.
I know. I could just listen to her sing and talk all night.
I know. We almost did. We really went long, and I appreciate her for that. I do appreciate Kate. And again, to her management team and all, thank you for letting me sidestep you and get right in there. And there's a reason why I do this, real quick. The reason why I didn't sidestep on purpose. But there is an artist, and I'm going to put her picture up here just to show you, because I just love this woman so much. So it is country singer Jess Lee. And this is Jess. And she's gorgeous, and I love her, and she's a great country singer. And I'm always like, oh, I'd love for you to be on our show. She's like, oh, message my people. They'll be happy to hear from you. And they never respond. Like, they hate my guts. Like, what did I do? Jess! Help me, Jess.
Well, you know, You find what works, and then you're not always going to get a yes either.
I know.
And that's disappointing sometimes, but when we do, it's a win and it feels good.
It's always a win. Even though Scarlett Johansson's people told me no, it still felt like a win because they messaged me back.
And Lana's people told me no, but hey, at least they know I exist.
And Gail's people act like we don't exist at all, even though we had her before she was anybody. It's okay.
It's fine. We love our guests.
We do love our guests. I don't care who you are. We love you. Your family. We're going to turn off the Kate Boytek stuff and get the heck out of here with the music of Saint Ricketts at www.saintricketts.com. What Fire Cannot Burn is our little song. What happened here? I totally screwed up again. Go here. Here.
Now I have Under the Sea in my head. Thanks a lot.
Oh, you're very welcome for that. And the guys from St. Ricketts, if you're watching, let's go. You got all this new music. You sent it to me. I own it. I have your new music in my possession. It's album time.
New theme song.
Oh, what are you saying? You
I've done 3 years. I love the theme song, but maybe.
Then shut up. You found it yourself. Well done. And you're like, and you even said, you don't have to act like you like it. I didn't. I loved it. I loved it from the second I heard it, and it's become a part of us.
I didn't say that. I said be honest.
Oh, I'm honest. I freaking love it. But doesn't mean you get away from ever making new music again. So thanks for everybody tuning in. Thanks to Kate Boytek. We'll see you next week with Hail Sagan. Have a great night, everybody. Woo! That was a little much, but bye. On that note, bye. Hooah!
Was it truly blessed if the taste of it poisoned deeper than you know? Kindly answer this. Was the point of it just to reach new heights of low? So I'm pulling the anchor and drifting away, blinded by reason beyond disarray. It's what fire cannot burn. It's what fire cannot burn. Wanted to embrace what it takes for it, pouring salt into the wound, willing to erase what I'd lose for it, to accept what I assume. So I'm pulling the anchor and drifting away, blinded by reason beyond disarray. It's what fire cannot burn. It's what fire cannot, searching for something, destined for nothing, losing composure over and over. Truly bliss if the taste of it poison deeper than you know. Kindly answer this. Was the point of it just to reach new heights of low? So I'm